If you thought planning your best friend's bridal shower was complicated, just imagine planning Selena Gomez's wedding. Fans are practically taking notes like detectives, magnifying every Instagram photo, every cryptic caption, and every missing face. And lately, there's one missing face that no one can stop talking about: Nicola Peltz. Yes, the same Nicola who was once inseparable from Selena, twinning in outfits, joking about being in a throuple with her and Brooklyn Beckham, and turning brunches into paparazzi gold. But now, as Selena's bachelorette photos from Mexico drop like digital confetti, fans have noticed Nicola is nowhere to be found. The internet, being the internet, has turned this into a full-on case file. Where was Nicola? Why wasn't she in Cabo with the girls, dancing on the yacht, sipping mimosas, and laughing under the sun? Was she even invited? And if she wasn't, what does that say about her friendship with Selena? Pull up a chair and grab your popcorn, because this story has layers. And like every great wedding story, it comes with drama, whispers, and more than a few raised eyebrows. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. Let's start with the obvious. Selena's bachelorette looked like something out of a movie. Cabo San Lucas, a luxury yacht, girlfriends in flowy sundresses, the perfect golden hour lighting, and a playlist that probably bounced between Beyoncé and Bad Bunny. The photos screamed freedom, fun, and sisterhood. Selena was all smiles, dancing with her girls, soaking in the kind of joy that feels almost cinematic. If you've ever seen those yacht photos of celebrities and thought, wow, must be nice to live that life, this was exactly that vibe. But then, across the desert, in a totally different universe, Benny Blanco's bachelor party was happening. Except, party might be a generous term. Since Benny refuses to get on a plane, he drove to Vegas instead. And what did he do there? Sat in a sauna with 25 guys. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with steam rooms and bro bonding, but let's be real. If we're comparing Dream Bachelorette to Dream Bachelor, this matchup feels a little uneven. And fans were quick to point it out. Could Benny's low-effort celebration be a metaphor for his approach to the wedding? Was the Bachelorette versus Bachelor contrast a reflection of deeper cracks in the relationship? The whispers say yes. Here's where things get messy. Friends close to Selena are reportedly worried that Benny just isn't stepping up. They say he's been lazy about wedding planning, letting Selena carry most of the weight for what should be a once-in-a-lifetime event. While Selena's vision is clearly about sparkle, glamour, and fun, Benny's attitude has been described as indifferent. In fact, sources claim he told Selena, "This is your wedding first and our wedding second." On paper, that sounds sweet. It's like he's saying, do whatever you want, I just want to marry you. But when you peel back the layers, it also feels like he's bowing out of responsibility altogether. Weddings aren't just about flowers and menus. They're about teamwork, compromise, and showing up for your partner. If Benny is too laid back now, what happens when the stakes are higher? Fans can't help but wonder, is this a case of wedding jitters, or is it a sign of a bigger issue? And more importantly, is Selena's inner circle trying to warn her before it's too late? While Benny's role in the wedding is being questioned, Nicola's absence has become just as glaring. Rewind to 2023, when Selena and Nicola were basically inseparable. They wore matching outfits, celebrated birthdays together, and even joked about being in a throuple with Brooklyn. It was a friendship that looked unshakable. But now, things have changed. Fans noticed that Nicola wasn't at Selena's bachelorette, and Nicola herself didn't like or comment on any of Selena's posts from the trip. Instead, she shared her own Instagram update, enjoying a low-key date night with Brooklyn. If you've ever had a best friend ghost you right before a major life event, you know how weird that feels. And the silence between these two is loud. Reports suggest that Selena wasn't invited to Nicola and Brooklyn's vow renewal earlier this year, which raised eyebrows. Could this be mutual? Could Selena's decision to leave Nicola off the Cabo guest list be her way of sending a message? And if that's the case, what exactly went down between these two former besties? To make this even more layered, let's not forget that Nicola and Brooklyn have their own ongoing feud with his parents, David and Victoria Beckham. Yes, the Beckhams. A family that usually oozes perfection and polished PR suddenly found themselves in tabloid headlines thanks to a rift with their new daughter-in-law. Reports claim Nicola clashed with Victoria over the wedding dress, and things never fully smoothed over. If Selena was caught in the middle of this tension, supporting Nicola but also not wanting to alienate the Beckham family, it could have created strain. After all, celebrities, like the rest of US, don't exist in friendship vacuums. Their social circles overlap, their loyalties get tested, and their personal drama often collides with professional obligations. Did Selena back away from Nicola to avoid getting dragged deeper into that mess? Or was the fallout more personal, rooted in the quiet tensions that can end even the strongest friendships? Looking at Selena's Cabo photos, you'd think everything was picture perfect. And maybe, in some ways, it was. She looked radiant, happy, and surrounded by women who love her. But let's be real, every bachelorette trip includes at least one serious conversation. You know, the one late at night, after the music dies down, when the bride-to-be gets pulled aside by her closest friends. The question lingers. Did Selena's friends whisper, "Are you sure about Benny?" Did they ask her to think twice about marrying a man who won't get on a plane when she practically lives on them? For a global star like Selena, travel isn't optional, it's her lifestyle. If Benny's fear of flying keeps him grounded, what does that mean for their future together? Can a relationship thrive when one partner can't keep up with the other's pace? Or is love enough to bridge that gap? Now let's talk about Benny's refusal to fly. On the surface, it might sound like just a personal quirk, like someone who hates cilantro or refuses to watch scary movies. But for Selena, it's a bigger deal. Her career is global. Tours, film shoots, press appearances, they all require flights. If Benny can't or won't join her, does that mean Selena has to face those parts of her life alone? For some couples, that wouldn't matter. But for others, it could create a sense of distance, both literally and emotionally. And fans are quick to point out that a lifestyle mismatch is often one of the biggest hurdles in long-term relationships. Can love conquer fear? Or will Benny's feet on the ground approach clash with Selena's jet-setting life? With the wedding reportedly happening this month, the countdown has begun. Fans are holding their breath, waiting to see what unfolds. Will Nicola and Brooklyn show up, proving that the friendship isn't completely over? Will Benny rise to the occasion and prove his critics wrong? Or will the whispers of trouble in paradise turn into headlines after the vows? For Selena, this wedding isn't just a celebration, it's a defining moment. It's where her personal life, her friendships, and her relationship collide in front of the world. And whether it goes smoothly or not, fans will be there, dissecting every detail, every photo, and every guest list. At the end of the day, why are we so invested in this? Why do Selena's Cabo photos feel like a window into something bigger? Maybe it's because weddings are universal. Whether you're a pop star or a teacher, a wedding has the same mix of joy, stress, drama, and love. We've all had a friend not show up when we needed them. We've all had partners who sometimes didn't pull their weight. And we've all wondered, at least once, if we were making the right choice. Selena's story feels glamorous because of the yachts and the sunshine, but underneath, it's deeply relatable. It's about love, loyalty, and the messy reality of relationships. So, where does this leave us? Will Nicola's absence from the bachelorette signal her absence from the wedding too? Will Benny's chill attitude cause cracks, or will it actually balance out Selena's high-energy life? And will fans ever get the answers they crave, or will the truth stay behind closed doors? One thing's for sure, whatever happens, Selena's fans will notice. They'll analyze, speculate, and debate, because when it comes to celebrity love stories, the audience is always watching. And in this case, the show is just getting started. Selena Gomez's bachelorette in Cabo wasn't just a party, it was a moment that revealed so much more. Nicola Peltz's absence, Benny Blanco's low-key bachelor, and the whispers from friends all point to a bigger picture, one filled with tension, questions, and decisions. But at the heart of it is Selena, a woman who has faced more than her fair share of public scrutiny, still smiling, still celebrating, still chasing happiness. Whether this wedding goes off without a hitch or becomes another headline, one thing is certain, her fans will keep rooting for her. Because beyond the drama, the yacht trips, and the Instagram silence, what we all want is the same love that lasts, friendships that matter, and happiness that feels real. So, what do you think? Is Nicola's absence the beginning of the end for their friendship? Is Benny's laid-back approach charming or concerning? Drop your thoughts, share your theories, and let's keep the conversation going. After all, when it comes to Selena, the story is never just about the photos, it's about what they don't show.